Well, I'm joined now from the Ukrainian capital, Kyiv, by Wladimir Klitschko, a member of Ukraine's territorial defence forces and brother of Kyiv Mayor Vitali Klitschko. Wladimir, thanks for making the time for us here on DW. I want to start by asking you about the situation in Kyiv, where you are, and the surrounding areas following the Russian withdrawal.
In the past days, you could tell that city is getting back to life, so to speak. You see more people on the streets as well as more cars on the roads. So there is city traffic in a certain way. And even though the city is getting back to life, we need to be really cautiously how many people are coming back to the city, to the capital, because we do believe that Russians will not go anywhere, but still aiming at the capital. So in the next coming days, obviously, will be major battles in the east and the south of the country, and we really look to defend southeast of the country, as well as preparing for possible coming back and aiming the capital. So even though the life is better, as I said, we need to be really cautiously with every step and how many people are coming back to the city. And the mayor of the city advised people that live in the capital for waiting for coming back, or getting the process really slowly.
Wladimir, what can you tell us about the situation in Mariupol? Russia is reporting a mass surrender of Ukrainian forces. So has the city surrendered, or is it still being defended?
As a matter of fact, the city is still defended, and defenders of the city are still in Mariupol. The situation is very critical, very critical. For the past 2 weeks, the city has been endlessly bombarded, and Russian troops were trying to capture the city completely. They didn't have success, and as I said, the situation is very critical on every aspect. I don't know how many thousands of civilians have been killed and how many are still in the city. It's very difficult to get exact numbers due to situation, understandably. But the city is still fighting back. I'm proud of our country, women and men, for standing together against this senseless war and Russian aggression, especially in the city of Mariupol.
Wladimir, Russia appears to be massing its forces for a major offensive in the south and southeast. You mentioned it a little earlier. Are your defence forces prepared for that?
We are prepared for anything, as we were for the past. Today is the day 50 of the war that Russia has started. We are prepared for anything, for worst cases, for chemical weapons attack. We prepared for everything, well, at least mentally. Obviously, we need to have supplies and support from the free world and our allies and partners on the humanitarian side, military equipment. And obviously, we cannot forget about continuing isolation, economical isolation of Russia, because the money that they're getting in their budgets, they're going to continue buying weapons and paying their soldiers to kill us Ukrainians.
Wladimir, you just mentioned it there that Ukraine needs weapons, including heavy weapons. Now, the US and the UK are beginning to deliver, but Germany is still very hesitant. Now, you've met German government representatives on a recent trip to Berlin. What did you say to them, and how did they respond?
Obviously, yeah, Germany is moving, and we've seen it very slow in identification of this aggression. But I want to confirm, after my 2 days work trip and meeting in Germany and meeting all the key politicians in the German government, I can confirm that Germans as a folk and German government are united, which is pretty seldom. are united in one front against the Russian aggression. We are getting incredible support from Germans on the humanitarian side. There are a lot of refugees that have been taken in Germany, Ukrainian refugees, as well as with sanctions. I mean, the process is slow and it's never enough, but they're moving toward identification of our mutual enemy. And that, in this case, is Russian Federation and this war that Russia has started. So even the process is slow, but we are moving together against this aggression. And Germany is not an exception, and stand with Ukraine together.
Wladimir, while relations you're saying, are good between Germany and Ukraine, your president, Volodymyr Zelensky, and the German government, there's been a little bit of tension over this apparent snub of the German president, Frank-Walter Steinmeier. What's your perspective on that?
President Steinmeier made huge mistakes in helping Russia with what Russia became today. He acknowledged his mistakes, he confirmed it, and made his open statements against aggression of Russia, war with Russia, and President Putin in particular. I'm not going to criticize during this war any of the president on the Ukrainian side for his decision, and as well now, since the mistakes were confirmed by President Steinmeier, German President Steinmeier. And I believe and I hope that this meeting with the President Steinmeier, German President, and Ukraine President Zelensky are going to take place in the next coming days or weeks here in Kyiv.
OK, we will leave it there. Wladimir Klitschko in Kyiv, thank you.
Thank you very much, and please keep supporting us. Thank you.